Welcome to MarcusG.tv. I'm Chef Marcus Giuliano, chef on a mission. Today's mission is running. I've been doing a ton of running this summer. I haven't been doing a ton of videos this summer at all because I've been so busy. My restaurant is experiencing, wow, we're up like almost 20% this year in sales. It's amazing. The economy has not affected us at all. In fact, we're doing a lot of innovative, cool things and new things here at the restaurant. A lot of different themes and events, which keeps people coming back and back and back, which is great. Which means I really haven't had time to be in my office here. In fact, you can only see a small portion of my desk and my background here, but if you look over here, the tables are stacked with everything. I got new computers, POS system, I got all these bottles of wine and beer that I have to still get on the computer, which is right in front of me here to get into the list. I've been doing, but even though in the middle of all this hustle and bustle of the summertime and having to make the restaurant needing so much of my attention, I was able to stick to an extreme running program because I made that top priority. And I hear a lot of people say all the time, you know, I don't have time to run, I don't have time to work out. You know, I ran 2 kitchens all summer. And I was running 70, 80 miles a week all summer. I was doing a lot of running this summer. So if I have the time to do it, you have the time to do it. Believe me, because I work most nights until 10, 11 o'clock at night. And I got to be back some mornings by 7 o'clock, 7:30 to make sure breakfast is going smooth at this other kitchen I run. And then I got to be back for lunch there, and I got to be back for dinner, and I got to come back for dinner here at this restaurant. And then plus I got all my paperwork to do and all this other kind of stuff in between, and it's a ton of work. So if anybody has the time, you know, I'm working 60, 70, 8 hours a week. If I have the time to do it, you guys got the time to do it. Trust me, trust me, trust me. So what I started was back in April. I want to bring you through my mindset, my whole thing. 'Cause a lot of people say I can't run that much, I can't find the time. You know, how do you do it? You know, where do I start? You know, you start by taking one step and start running, whether it's a quarter of a mile, half a mile. I mean, I remember 12 years ago, I couldn't run a quarter of a mile to save my life. It just wasn't happening. I mean, I couldn't run one loop around the track at this local school here. That's only a quarter of a mile. I mean, I was huffing and puffing. I had a lot more weight on me then and this and that, and a lot of things wrong like asthma. But I was never really a serious runner. 10 years ago when we first opened the restaurant, I was a serious runner. I'd run like 40 miles a week, 50 miles a week was my max. I did that like once, and that's when I was like super into nutrition. And once I opened the restaurant, you know, kind of let a lot of things slide, like my nutrition a little bit. I started consuming more alcohol. I started consuming alcohol. I'd given up alcohol for a couple of years, and you know, because I'm in a restaurant and so I'm tasting things, I'm drinking things, and you get carried away, and your friends bring wine, and you go to your friend's house, and it's just you start incorporating things back, and things start edging back into your diet, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, that's not the person I wanted to be years ago. So back at the beginning of this year, I discovered the videos from Durianrider, which it's hardcore raw fruit, high carb, vegan. You know, that's what he preaches, and it's the 80-10-10 diet, which I've been talking about. If you follow my tweets, I sometimes go 80-10-10 and loving it and stuff like that. And I'm eating like a ton of bananas all the time. I'm eating like 10, 15 bananas a day. And once I started doing that, once I started switching to that diet, my energy just skyrocketed. You know, I got off all that fat, even though I was, you know, a lot of times I was eating raw, and I was eating vegan. All that fat that I was eating, all the nuts and the coconut and all that, which I love all that, but it was just so much. It was like 50% of my caloric intake was fat, and it just wasn't working. So now it's like 10% fat, and really I feel awesome with all the fruit. So I want to get serious running again. So I did 6 miles a day, 5 days a week. That was a bare minimum I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do, 30 miles a week. I had heard one of the other health gurus that I listened to, Gary Null, said that's the optimal best for long-term life extension, cholesterol, all that kind of stuff. That's the magic. That's what he called his magic formula. It was 30 miles a week, 5 days a week, 6 miles at a time. So I started doing that, and I started getting addicted to it. And all of a sudden, 6 miles, 5 days turned into 6 days, 6 days turned into 7 days, 6 miles turned into 7, 8, 9, 10. pretty soon I'm going from 30 miles to 40 to 50 miles to 60 miles a week, 70. And I topped off last week at 80 miles, 80.2 miles for the week. And that was running every day, more than 10 miles a day to get to that. And man, I felt awesome. In fact, right now I'm coming off a big race out of big 10K race, so I had my personal best. I actually broke 46 minutes. And even when I was in tip-top shape 10 years ago, running like crazy, I'd never broken 46 minutes for a for a 10K. I busted my butt yesterday in New York City at Roosevelt Island. My first mile was 6:50 going out, and that was with traffic, you know, with all the people starting the race. There's a lot of people there. And broke 46 minutes. So for me, at 39 years old, I'm running my best times ever. So who says that, you know, you're too old to run? I hear this excuse a lot. I'm too old to run, or man, your knees must hurt, or this or that, or the aches and pains. Yeah, if you're eating all those hamburgers and French fries and steaks and you're vegetable and fruit deficient, yeah, of course all that's going to hurt because you're fueling your body with the wrong foods. Yeah, but I can run day after day. Today I woke up and I said, you know what, I'm going to take a rest. My ankles, because I was paddling yesterday, I was going hard. My ankles are really hurting after yesterday's race. So I said, you know what, let me take a rest. But other than that, I'm going to hit it back tomorrow. I mean, I was on 16 straight days. And I ran the race without a day of rest. I ran 10 miles a day before the race. And had my personal best. So if you're on the right diet, if you're on the right mindset, and you find the right time, it's awesome. And the cool thing was I got to meet Harley and hang out with Harley, Durianrider. I'll put his link down here. So if anybody are trying to check him out, you'll have the link here. He's really awesome. He's a little bit passionate about what he does, and it's awesome because you want passion and you want people that are angry. Because you know, if somebody's not angry, it's not because they're not upset about anything. They just go with the flow of things. You know, I mean, when I had a new staff member, and he's like in the kitchen and he's like a little angry because things aren't perfect, man, that's what I want. I want him to be somebody to be upset. I don't want you to just put food out and say, oh well, time for a break. I want somebody to say, man, I should have done that dish better. Man, why isn't the waitstaff picking the food up, man? Why does this look like this? You know, I want some little passion, and unfortunately, some anger can be wrapped up in that passion. Not bad anger, but you want to be pissed off. You want to be pissed off about things. You know, imagine if we had a president who was pissed off, and pissed off at the FDA, the USDA, and all that kind of stuff. That'd be cool because he'd be getting stuff done. Not somebody who's just like, oh, let me appoint, Monsanto to the FDA, you know, and something like. You want somebody who's pissed off, you know. That's what you want. You want people to make change. This Harley guy's making change big time. You know, he's inspiring a lot of people. I was telling him a story. You know, I was before I started watching his videos. My best friend was in a terrible, terrible accident, and it was very traumatizing for me. And I spent 3 months just drinking beer every day. I didn't miss a day of drinking for 3 months, and it wasn't like I was like having a drink. I was drinking for 3 months straight, packing the weight on, getting depressed, then going out to run with my son who's 10 and couldn't keep up with him. Major depression. So I started watching Harley's videos, and it was freaking phenomenal to see all that energy and passion, you know, and the emotions wrapped up in what he believes in, and it was awesome. You know, I have a lot of emotions here in my restaurant, and I get a lot of, you know, it's not that I get angry. I do get angry sometimes, a lot of times, you know, especially at other people, you know, that do stupid things like around the business community and distributors that try to sell you stuff that's not right, and other restaurants lying about food, you know, because I spend so much time and energy and passion in what I do that I feel that other people should, you know, if you're going to say something, you should be able to do what you're saying. So, but Harley's the man. Check out his videos. Very inspirational for me. He got me out of that funk of drinking every day and got me on this raw fruit, raw heavy fruit. And I don't do 100%. I'm doing at least 2 meals a day where it's fruit, high carbs, some greens. And then I'm doing like rice, potatoes. I'm doing some whole wheat stuff in there. I'm doing some rice pasta in there. But I'm sticking to the vegan. I'm really sticking to the vegan. Even though I work in a restaurant, I own the restaurant. Even though I'm here, I gotta taste. I gotta taste what things taste like. So I'm able to just pick up a spoon, taste the soup. So that's it. Cool, good soup, guys. Able to taste some pulled pork and say, good. That's it. All I need is just one little tiny bite. Tastes good. Good, guys. The sauce perfect. Serve it. You know. So it's not like I'm sitting there like chomping on all this stuff, which can easily happen. So the bottom line is everybody has time to run. Everybody's got time for their diet. Everybody's got time for everything. Just it's how you prioritize yourself, and what makes the most importance to you is really what you're ultimately going to decide. And if you just decide that running is the most important thing to you, I did. In the middle of the summer, I made it the most important thing to me. I said, this is going to be it, and I did it. I'm running my best times, I'm running my fastest times. I'm running up and down the mountain here like crazy, and people look at me like, man, I saw you running out like 10 miles outside of Ellenville. I saw you running the other day. Man, you're crazy. You're doing all this stuff, and just go. Just wake up and just go. That's it. I am Chef Marcus Giuliano. I'm a chef on a mission. Thank you for watching. Hit click, like, subscribe, pass it on, and start running, and don't stop. Keep going, and diet's important, and forget about those. Everybody says to you, oh, you must have all these aches and pains and this and that. No, you must have all those burgers and french fries and steaks is what you need to say back to them, because it doesn't happen if you're eating the right diet. Your body can recover so much quicker, and it's just so much more efficient. You know, I mean, look at horses. I mean, I'm around horses a lot. My daughter rides horses. Those horses work 6 days a week. They give them one day out. They work 6 days a week. They go out there, ride and work them and jump them and everything, because they're not eating burgers. They're not eating high protein meals. They're eating all these, they're eating what they're supposed to be eating. You know, the animals in the wild do. You think a deer is all of a sudden going to say, I'm not going to run today away from, you know, this bear or this whatever this is because I'm taking a day off because my muscles are sore? No, they're sitting there in a flash like that. They can bolt and just, you don't have to stretch and all this, do this, all this kind of slow motions, and they just up and go and at it, and that's it. And, you know, look, I mean, look how fast and graceful they are, you know? They're not taking a rest. You know, rest is overrated. You know, rest is really, really overrated. If you're fueling your body right, the rest times will go down, I promise that. Thanks for watching.